So when that kind of hit me, I kind of had a little setback. I kind of was just like, I don't know if I want to keep doing it. Like, is it worth it? But I had to talk over my mother, feel me? And I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I had to keep going. So I kept going. I finished the year off strong that semester. And then that second half was December, I think it was December 29th. And I played against College. Feel me? So it's like it was part of God's plan. I played them. We won. I did my thing. And now we on the conference play. So just going off of that, it was definitely a challenge because playing against people that you play at the D3 level, it's definitely higher competition, better competition. So it definitely was a challenge, but I was up for it. So now moving on with that, probably want to say it's crazy. January 25th, we played against Wagner, and long story short, man, Daniel Marshall's job was on the line. Like they was like really about to fire him. And if it wasn't for that, if we didn't win that game, he would have been out. He would have been out. So I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I said, we played Wagner. I actually ended up with like 12 points, like 4 assists. Feel me? So like I was hooping that game, and we ended up winning. And after that, like my confidence it was just going
through the
up.
roof.
Yeah, you feel me? So after that, I felt good, and then I probably want to say it was the Bryant game sometime in February. That's when I like started.
Welcome to Q's Health and Wellness Podcast, your source for living a healthier lifestyle and developing a better mind, body, and soul. Through guidance, tips, and stories of highly successful fitness gurus, athletes, and individuals who are passionate about enhancing all aspects of life, we provide you with the tools to help you take your lifestyle to another level. And now your host, Quinn Mitchell.
Welcome to Q's Health and Wellness Podcast. This is your host, Quinn Mitchell. Today I have a very special guest, Tyler Rowe. For people that don't know, he was a Division III player, and he went on to become a Division I starter. How are you doing today?
Hey, man, we blessed. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. So for people not familiar with you, would you mind giving a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, most definitely. Tyler Rowe, born and raised in East Hartford, Connecticut. Right now, currently just finished my school year at Central Connecticut State. Right now, looking at pro level, and pretty much right now just been grinding every day, just getting ready for that opportunity.
Yes, sir. So let's start basketball. When did you first start playing?
So elementary school, feel me, the park and rec vibes. I was out there hooping. Then I started really taking it serious like when I got to middle school. So after that point, then I was just like, yeah, man, I just want to see how far I can get. And then, like I said, it's like I'm here now, feel me? So just trying to keep moving forward.
Yeah, so when you were even in high school or being a college athlete, what were some of like the biggest obstacles that you faced being a student athlete?
Yeah, just honestly, just finding that time to get the work done, you feel me? Just because, like, after practice, even before practice, you got to find that time management, that balance to get the work. Because if you don't, then you start slacking, it's just going to pile up. So that was something, I felt like that was an obstacle in itself. And then another thing, too, is just, like, coaches going to have their favorites, you feel me? So, like, that obstacle right there is, like, you got to go out there every day and keep hooping and just keep doing your thing, showcasing your talent, because eventually it's going to show. And feel me, they have no choice but to play you. So that was just some of the obstacles right there.
No, but it's crazy that you talk about it because, like I said before, we was chopping it up before we started the podcast. My man Sheva told me about you, how you even went from D3 to D1. But I want to talk about that later. But just even in that same process, it's like, how did you keep your mindset on the bigger picture? Because I know for me, even playing in JUCO, sometimes when you go to a different school or you're at a school and things are not going your way, it gets tough especially for an athlete that has a bigger goal and things aren't going your way. So how did you keep your mind right in that space and time?
Honestly, I was just locked in, honestly. I just kind of realized that at the time, me playing at the D3 level, I was just like, I can't be satisfied. Like, every day, I'm just working. I'm just like, yeah, man, I know I can reach that next level at that D1 level. So it was just, at that time, I was just like, yeah, man, I got to do this. I actually just cut off all my distractions. And like I said, I was really locked in. on what I really wanted to do. So there was pretty much nothing in the way that could block me from what I was on the go, on the verge. You feel me? So that was pretty much it.
Nah, definitely. So how did you personally balance out like your social life and putting in time in the gym? Because I know a lot of people when they go to college, they got trouble trying to find that balance. So how did you personally do it?
Yeah, man. So I mean, it was a lifestyle. You know how it go, feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, you're going to have the woman, you're going to have all of those distractions, like I said before, the parties, the clubs, all that. But it was just, honestly, it's like, what's more important? So it's like, what do you really want to do? And like you said, the bigger picture was to play D1, start, and like I said, showcase my talents. So I knew all that stuff was going to be there down the road. So it was just like, that stuff can wait. Like, it's not important. And I feel like a lot of people kind of like don't realize that because they do want to have fun, you feel me, and do want to go out, party, which is okay. I give them that. Let you live your life. But it's just like, what's more important to you? And that's how I looked at it.
Hey, but it's crazy that you say that, bro, because like you talk about it now, but when you're in the moment and you're actually playing and you have all those distractions around you, it's like for you to keep a level head, it's like one of the toughest things to do, especially when you're a college athlete.
Most definitely. Because like you say, you're going to run into that stuff.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about your journey going from D3 to D1, because I know, I mean, people listening to the podcast is going to be very fascinated with what's your journey. So let's talk about when you're where'd you go for your D3 school?
First, I went to Connecticut College, my freshman, sophomore year. So pretty much, I knew going in, I could play with these dudes, and I knew I was better than them. You feel me? But it was a long road. It was a long process. So I got there. Freshman year, I did pretty well, but I was just like, nah, I gotta keep going. And I had people talking to me saying like, yeah, bro, keep doing your thing, and see if you could move up to that next level, D1, right? I said, all right, cool. Sophomore year, I ended up averaging probably like 15 a game. I was like number 4 in the NESCAC in scoring. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, maybe it's time. And then it's crazy because like there was a lot of jealousy going on at that school too. So a lot of people was kind of hating. And I was just like, yeah, man, I can't stick around for this. And dudes was content. And I was like, man, I can't hang around with this. So I ended up leaving. And I was deciding on, like I said, moving up to that D1 level. But what happened was my grades was kind of messed up. So I couldn't get accepted to the schools that I wanted to. So I ended up going to Western Connecticut out in Danbury. That was a D3 school. But what worked out for my favor, the coach just pretty much gave me the green light. He was just like, yeah, man, go out there, do what you got to do to help the team win. And honestly, that's what helped me. That gave me the confidence to do what I had to do. Ended up first team LEC, scored 1,000. And the team did pretty well. We went to the semis. We got home court and everything like that. And things was up. So like at that time, my grades was pretty much in the right position. So I could make that move, make that transition. I talked it over with my family. They was like, yeah, go ahead. We got your back. They supported me. So I get there, right? I transfer out of WestCon. I start the process. I get accepted. I email Coach Marshall and his staff. Pretty much they didn't respond. So I'm like, all right, man, I just got to go up there, show face. So I go to the school right before school started. I go to the office. I see Coach Marshall. Coach Marshall's like, yeah, pretty much if you want to walk on, you just got to do this steps, this process, and pretty much handle this paperwork and you'll be all set. I was like, all right, bet. So I pretty much got that handled. But I'll give you a little side story. Pretty much one of my peoples, now this is before I was even officially on the team yet. So this is probably 2018, October, November. One of my peoples was around and I was like, bro, like, let's pop out. And like I said before, those distractions, the parties and stuff kind of got to me. So we went out to this party. Good vibes. The owner of the house, though, was just like to my one of my peoples. He was like, yeah, you got to go. Didn't understand the reasons why, but he told him, he was like, you in my personal space, you come any closer, I'm a swing. So next thing you know, He swung, hit the dude, fight breaks out. Okay, so now I turn around, I see the fight, and then I'm in there, me and him, we breaking it up. So now it's like a 2-on-10. I'm not even gonna exaggerate because his people came in the mix. So we leave the house, and now we leave the house. He's like, I'm going back, and that's where everything kind of it was messed up after that. So we went back. I didn't want to leave him hanging. So we go back. Another fight breaks out. The cops is already there now. Now he pushed the cop. He ends up getting arrested, and then next thing you know, the night's over. So then, looking back at it now, I should just told him like, let's just go. You feel me? It's not worth it. Feel me? So now looking back, I learned from that. So now Monday comes around, I get a text from the assistant. I'm thinking it's for my school, like for my paperwork and everything. I go stop by his office. He wasn't there, but Daniel Marshall was there. So I go to Daniel Marshall's office, and he's pretty much telling me like, yeah, man, word on the street is we found out from a third-party source, somebody recorded the night, and I guess they said I had got arrested. So I had to tell him it wasn't me. I told him it was my people's. Fight broke out. If you were in that situation, you feel me, are you going to let your mans get jumped or are you going to help? So I pretty much, he understood the story. Long story short, he gave me a second chance. And I'm blessed for that because people, honestly, he could have been like, yeah, man, I don't need you. You're doing too much. And I could have just been that one person that he was like, yeah, I don't need you. So he gave me a second chance. I was grateful for that. After that, I was just locked in school and basketball. So I didn't go out no more. I got the chance to actually practice, and I was cleared December. And once I was cleared, I was good to go. That first practice, I'm not even gonna hold you, I was cooking. And after that, the rest is history. So now I get on the team officially. So now I got a red shirt because of the whole transfer process. I transfer. So now I'm just pretty much waiting. But I'm still practicing, still doing my thing. But I'm just waiting on that time. So that year goes by. Next year rolls around, and it's crazy because I thought I was going to be able to play like the whole season, but come to find out I needed a certain amount of credits for my major. So when that kind of hit me, I kind of had a little setback. I kind of was just like, I don't know if I want to keep doing it. Like, is it worth it? But I had to talk over my mother, feel me? And I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I had to keep going. So I kept going. I finished the year off strong that semester, and then that second half was December. I think it was December 29th, and I played against College. Feel me? So it's like it was part of God's plan. I played them. We won. I did my thing, and now we on the conference play. So just going off of that, it was definitely a challenge because playing against people that you play at the D3 level. It's definitely higher competition, better competition. So it definitely was a challenge, but I was up for it. So now moving on with that, probably want to say it's crazy. January 25th, we played against Wagner, and long story short, man, Daniel Marshall's job was on the line. Like they was like really about to fire him. And if it wasn't for that, if we didn't win that game, he would have been out. He would have been out. So I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I said, we played Wagner. I actually ended up with like 12 points, like 4 assists. Feel me? So like I was hooping that game, and we ended up winning. And after that, like my confidence it was just going
through the
up.
roof.
Yeah, you feel me? So after that, I felt good. And then I probably want to say, it was the Bryant game sometime in February. That's when I like started. Going into the rest of the season, I ended up starting, I think, like the final 7 games. And I think we ended up winning like 2 or 3 out of those games that I ended up starting. So it just felt good, man, just to be out there again, hooping, playing the game that you love. And like I said, it was something I'll never forget.
Definitely, like I said, I commend you even from going from D3 to D1. That shit ain't easy. But one thing that I do want to go back on is when you had mentioned is when you cut people off from around you that may be beneficial to you, but they don't see the same vision you see. Because I know, right. I mean, me being when I was at school, like I tell people all the time, it was just me and Chev. We was locked in. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like if it wasn't for Chev, me and Chev was waking up at 5 a.m. every morning shooting. Like
right, yeah, man, it's
so every
serious.
Day. So if it wasn't for him, I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably wouldn't have blew up the way I did my junior year. But like I said, I always give credit back to dude because it's like he was pushing me when on them days I ain't feel like getting up and going out. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to go back
definitely.
Because like you said, you had to cut people off that really was jealous and really was envying you at the end of the day. But how did you really do that and still stay true to who you are, if you know what I mean?
No, I hear that most definitely. Honestly, it was just like I didn't care about what they was thinking, man. After that point, because honestly, it's like this is my life. So whatever you have to think about me, whatever you're saying, it can't faze me. Honestly, because I feel like with honestly, God is like the man. Like we all know that, and I feel like without him, nothing would be possible. So I know him having my back every step of the way, and I have that faith. It's just like I had nothing to worry about. I have nothing to worry about. You feel me?
Right. Hey, and it's crazy that anything happened for a reason, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell you this quick story because you guys shared this shit. So me, we all practicing, and make long story short, the senior point guard ended up body slamming one of my teammates, like literally to like suplex cuz. So dude got suspended for like so mind you, I was on the bench. I was coming off the bench the first 5-6 games. He ended up suplexing cuz he gets suspended for like 3-4 games. Mind you, if I swear to you, because if he never suplexed us, I probably would have rode the best the rest of the season. I probably would say the first game, I probably had like 12, 15 points. And then the game after that, I literally exploded to 35. Because I only know for myself, like if that shit would never happen, it's crazy how things work out. You know what I'm saying?
You see how it played out. Like, honestly, though, God was with you, man. I'm telling you, you're blessed. And it's like, yo, you really look at it and you look at that situation, it's you. Like, you see it. Nobody else really see it like that but you. And like you said, man, you took that opportunity and you was prepared for it. Because like you said, Chev got you ready. You was in the gym ready. Feel me? Them 5 a.m.s definitely paid off.
No lie, cause 2 days before that, you asked Chef. I told him myself, yo, I feel like quitting. I swear to you, I was about to go home, quit, not come back to the school. I was about to drive home to Connecticut because we was on Thanksgiving break. I said, bro, I'm not coming back because I had rode the bench and it's a different feeling when you ride the bench to people that you know that's not better than you.
You better than them. Yeah.
It's like that shit take a toll on you mentally.
I already know.
So when it comes to that, it was like I was ready to give up at that point. But like I said, when God got a plan for you, it's like things happen that's not supposed to happen, and it work out in your favor.
It always do. Man. I'm telling you.
But also, I want to talk about you mentally on the court as well. So you being a killer, how did you adopt that mindset to be a killer? Like, because like I said, going from D3 to D1, that shit ain't easy. So you got to have a certain type of mindset to do that. So how did you develop that mindset over the years?
Right. Honestly, it was just that underdog mentality. Like, I just looked at it like, feel me, going from D3 to D1, people are going to look at me like, who is this dude? So, like, I always had that underdog mindset, feel me? So, every time I step on the court, it's just like, man, I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to let my game do the talking. So, it was just like that. That's what really got me going. That's why I really was like a killer, like you were saying. So, that underdog mindset is really something that I preach.
Nah, definitely. And also another thing I wanted to ask you as well. So what is something that you would tell people that's looking up to you or people or even the youth if they want to play at a high level that their coaches wouldn't tell them? Because I know there's a lot of bullshit out there. You know, coaches not going to tell you what you want to hear. They just want to let you literally got to go through the process if you're not a part. If you like, if you don't got real niggas around you and you just out there hooping, you have no idea to really like basketball, what really goes behind closed doors. You have no idea.
You don't? Nah, for real. Honestly, it's a lot of politics. So just be prepared for that. Just going with the mindset of just being like, I got to just go in there and just do what I do. Don't be somebody you're not, because then that's just what really messes you up. And if you mess up, man, just move on to the next. Like, there's going to be better days. You feel me? We're not perfect. So if you go in there, like I said, with the right mindset, staying positive, things will work out.
No, definitely. So, like I said, and one of the last things I want to ask you, this one I ask all my people, all my guests on my show. So what is something that you're most grateful for?
Most grateful, man, just to be able to see another day, man. Honestly, especially with this pandemic going on, just being truly blessed by God, man. Just to be able to wake up, to breathe, because especially with everything going on around, man, you never know when something can happen to you. So it's just be able to be safe and healthy, and like I say, all glory to God.
Yes, sir. So I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to chop it up with me. Like hooper to hooper, like I said, my man Chef spoke highly of you. And like I said, you got my respect now because, like I said, a lot of people and not a lot of people. You come on the show, you gave raw game to people that's listening. Everybody can't get that from everywhere because if you're not locked in to people that's around you, that's really gonna tell you that stuff. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing.
Exactly, man. I'm telling you got everything you need, man. You got the right platform, and you out here, like I said, giving the kids and everybody else that's listening the right information. So,
yes, sir.
Respect to you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. So whenever this pandemic calm down, whenever you back up in the CT, we definitely gotta link up and do something, bro.
Yeah, we gotta chop it up, man. I'm telling you, man. Once this shit blows by, man, we out here, man. We active.
Yes, sir.
We active.
Yes, sir.
Most
definitely. All right, my man. I appreciate you.
Love. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Q's Health and Wellness Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe or to leave us a review on iTunes or the listening platform of your choice. Also, please check us out at QuinnMitchellII.com, as well as find us on Instagram for more useful content and resources.